and I kind of agree with that, that there's a sort of a creative nature that all children have, but it gets stifled.
Yes.
And what do you think helped you to sort of maintain that as you grew older into your adulthood? Was it, well, you tell me, what do you think helped you to hold on to that?
I'm not sure that I was successful all of my life because I had some pretty dark periods in my life where I felt really lost. And, it wasn't all a cakewalk like, oh, now I'm this special, light being and I'm going to spread this message. Because really, I mean, I'm of an age where at 8, y'all's watch Mad Men. So, that's the era I grew up in. So you don't exactly go out with this, this fresh vision and this idea of telling these wonderful stories and go out and expect to be successful, or how about just not laughed at? So there was no place in the world for me at that time. And I felt, that was my personal experience of it. And I felt like there was a lot of pressure to be someone other than who I was, and it was very depressing. So I had some pretty dark times where I wasn't sure I really wanted to stick around in this body and in this lifetime. I think we all, I don't know about now. I don't know about kids growing up now as much, but certainly in my era, there's certainly the time where everything about, gosh, the friends you have and the way you make money and the expectations laid upon you by society and family and everything else all say, that is not important. That doesn't matter. That will not make you money. That will not make you successful. You have to do this, 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 and this. So I think what brought me back to it, though, was the fact that, if you're suicidal, there's something wrong. And if you actually make it through there without actually carrying out those desires, and then it happens a couple of times, and then you almost die without meaning to, from a bone infection, as I did, at some point you go, okay, I think we need to, clear this death wish, get this out of the way, and come back to what's real, because this is one heck of a miserable life if you don't.
When you started embracing digital, it seems like that was a real key moment for you. Because as you mentioned before, the practicality of being able to make prints was kind of, may have been a little bit difficult depending on the circumstances, but digital kind of freed you to have a complete photographic experience from capture to making the final print.
Right.
And was that part of it, the fact that you could actually see your vision through to the very end in a much easier way than it had been traditionally working with a silver-based medium?
Yeah, I think a lot of things had changed by then. That's a really good question. So by the time DSLRs came of age, like I say, I was always taking pictures, and so I was using these little Sony pocket cameras because they had Zeiss lenses in them, and I just that's what I could afford, that's what I could get. So I figured the best lens I could get, which was a pocket camera with these little, Zeiss lenses, and I was taking some pretty cool pictures with it, because mostly then in that case focusing on macro and flowers and things that you can actually compose, because I never stopped composing with these smaller cameras. And what was cool was